Hello there, and thanks for being with me today on my product review from the wearable light therapy technology company called Lifewave. Now, today I'll be talking about the safe and very effective pain relieving patch called IceWave. Now, I'm Suzanne Roth-Paul, and I'm a wellness advocate and a health coach, and the author of a 20-page ebook called Poisons in Your Pantry that was created over 5 years ago after I learned that my lifelong health issues were due to toxins in my foods and my environment that I grew up in. So that's why I'm on my third act of life now, and I'm all about using safe products without harmful ingredients while educating others like yourself on why keeping toxins out of the body is so important. Now, today, this product review about the IceWave patch is my third product review on my 11-week series. I'll be sharing many benefits of one patch a week, starting with the first patch from Lifewave's humble beginnings 20 years ago. So please go watch the recording on my YouTube channel to catch up if you missed the first two, which was the Energy Enhancer and then Silent Nights. Because now I want to mention something about Lifewave CEO and founder David Schmidt, because he was literally light years ahead in developing these three safe light technology products when he created these first three patches 2 decades ago this year. He must have seen where our future was going, because we now have a huge tragic health pandemic of sorts relating to David's first two patches. Or first three patches. So many of us today have energy drains, sleep deprivation, and of course, chronic pain. And I'm witnessing it all the time. So it's pretty amazing that David Schmidt and those of us wearing this safe form of light therapy have been ahead of the curve now for decades. Okay, so a quick disclaimer about Lifewave. This product review is not intended to treat or cure any disease or any medical condition. Always do your research and consult with your healthcare practitioner to see if these patches are right for you, especially if you are under medical supervision, because any of these testimonials I share today are from my personal experiences using these patches. All right, let's get started here. Share my screen. Okay, so we're going to start with, oops, we've got somebody coming in. Sorry. We're going to start with my outline, and we're going to talk about why safer pain options are so important today. And then we're going to discuss what is the IceWave patch. I'll be talking about that in more detail. And how does this patch work, and where do you wear it? So, and then we'll wrap up with who can benefit, and of course, the conclusion. Whoops. Okay, so why safer pain options? And this is so critical because over 1.5 billion people worldwide are suffering from pain. That's a lot of people, probably using dangerous medications as well. Now, it's very distressing and also emotionally taxing when you're in chronic pain. Those of us who've had it and those of us who know it can relate. And it can even lead to suicides. There are people that have had so much pain that they actually end their lives. It's quite shocking to know. But because alternatives are very harmful, deadly drugs and medications that can have all kinds of harmful side effects. And that's why this patch today that we're talking about is so important and relative in today's painful experiencing society that we have. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but 20% of deaths are from over-counter pain meds. I was shocked to hear that because I was an abuser of pain and taking pain meds for the first half of my life with chronic pain, from chronic issues throughout my body to my headaches. And what's so interesting is, we get our pain, we get the Advil, we get the Excedrin, we throw away the little instruction sheet that tells you how to use the product, and then obviously we never read about the harmful side effects. So there obviously are harmful side effects even with these over-the-counter meds that I'm hoping you can start looking at getting out of your life as well. Now, obviously, we have long-term damage when we're using these products. I wrecked my gut and I wrecked my brain, and it can affect bones, it can affect organs, and of course your brain, because it can cause brain fog, it can cause memory loss, all kinds of things that can happen with using these excessively, using excessive pain medications excessively. And of course, we have the addictions that can be very high from this, because when we use these pain medications, when we get a pain of any sort, we want it fixed right away. And so we start popping them like candy, and we end up getting addicted to not having any sort of pain. We don't even do well with any sort of pain without grabbing a pain medication. I know I was like that. And then, of course, we have the opioid crises that is worldwide today. That is very, very tragic. We are losing, I think they said it was 600,000 people that, does that sound right? That sounds like a lot of people. So almost 500,000 people that have died from opioid overdoses and opioid issues in the last, 10, 15 years. And then, we have holistic options that work, because I use some of them. And I've been through a lot of these types of approaches to things since with the years of pain that I've suffered from, but they're very expensive. So we have acupuncture, which we know works. It's painful. I've been through numerous acupuncture appointments prior to Lifewave, and it's also expensive. And you can't take it with you. I mean, you're at the mercy of these doctors when you have to go see them. And you've got nerve signaling, which is another type of pain relieving that's expensive. I've never done it, but I know that it's popular. And then, of course, we have PMEFs, which are pulse magnetic energy frequency machines. And then things like there's this new EE system, that's energy enhancement system, that's fabulous. I've been exposed to it. I know it works. But the EE system, for instance, is $45,000 to invest in one. And then it's anywhere from, $100 to $200 to go sit in these rooms to benefit. And you have to go through a doctor most times. So, and then the PMEF, I have a Beamer, and it is a machine that I lay on and sit on. And I will tell you, I got that before Lifewave was introduced to me, and it doesn't do anything for pain the way that these patches do. It works. It's helping move circulation and helping all these other healthy benefits, but nothing for pain like the patches. And of course, we spent billions of dollars in healthcare costs, because you're either spending out of pocket to go have these things done. If it's an acupuncturist, I know I have to put it, most of my things are out of pocket. But anyway, you've got a lot of expensive endeavors that you have to take when you're trying to deal with pain that's more holistic. And then we've got lost productivity of people that are injured and they can't go to work. And so we have obviously many times where people have to take leave of absence. And of course, this affects relationships. It actually, whoops, we have another one coming in. It affects relationships and, of course, lifestyle and normal activities. When you're in pain, you cannot do what you normally would do, especially if you've got, you're debilitated, you can't get out of bed. So these things are really, really important on why we need safer options, because the alternatives out there are just darn dangerous. I keep hitting that. It's not wanting to go. Uh-oh. Hold on. Why are we not going? Okay, so what is the IceWave patch? Well, it was created in 2006, and I mentioned David Schmidt almost 20 years ago when he launched Lifewave. He is the man behind these patches, and this is the third of the 11 patches that I'll be talking about. And as I said, the first two, I've already done those I've already done those talks, so please go back and watch them if you haven't. And the clinical studies on this IceWave product are amazing. And David has a lot of patents as well. I think he's got over 120 patents alone for this man that's not that old. He's been at this for 20 years, but he's a young chap. We've got the way that this product works is that it reflects light back into your body, and this improves tissue conductivity. And what that means is this helps the energy flow to your tissues and your muscles where the pain is inflamed. And then that's how it starts reducing pain. And then obviously it has been proven that it reduces inflammation. And we know pain is inflammation. And then some of us, my friend who was on earlier chatting with me, she has range of motion issues from a tennis injury, and she's noticed that there is a better increase of her raising her arm and movement. So these are things that are very important to know, that when you're wearing this patch, you're also benefiting from releasing tension and stress in those areas, because you're getting energy flowing and you're getting circulation flowing even just by using this patch. I like to compare a product like Excedrin, which is one of my go-tos when I had headaches and I couldn't get rid of them before the patching system. And I used to think, how does this a pill that I put in my mouth that goes into my mouth and into my stomach and has to obviously digest and find the place in my body that has pain. And it always naturally did. It found it. Well, it's kind of the same concept with these patches. They just intrinsically, the light therapy, the way that they go into the system, the reflection off of these patches causes the ability for the body to know intrinsically where to go heal. Same thing when you get sick and your immune system kicks in. So that's how they work. And I like to think of it the same as pain meds, except they're safer. So they're easy to apply. They're non-transdermal patches, so nothing goes into the system. I have a patch here on my hand that is, we have a pain patch. We have a skincare patch, by the way, and I have a little skin tag here from sun damage, and they just peel on and peel off. You can see very, very simple and easy to use. And they're easy to carry with you. They're quick and they're very quick to apply. That's what I love. They're healthy, safe, non-surgical, and drug-free. Always my favorite of using these patches. Okay, sorry, I've got to go here now. All right, so now we have how this product works. Now it's based on phototherapy, and it's a type of light therapy called photobiomodulation. Now, LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals. And when applied to the body or near the body, they're activated by your own body heat. Now, you do not have to put these on your body per se. You can actually put them on your shoulder on the outside of your clothing. It still is able to get, because your body, I touch my shoulder here and it's hot, it's warm. So it's still reacting to the heat and the natural light and energy in your body. And you can also apply them with medical tape. And this is what we use a lot of times when we're testing these to see where the best placement is. And so you could tape them on or use Band-Aid if you don't want to put the actual tape on. But they definitely just need to be near the spot that you've got an injury. They begin emitting a very specific wavelength of light, which stimulates targeted and beneficial biochemical responses in the body. Now, this photobiomodulation is the basis of this LifeWave phototherapy patches and technology. And you can see here a little image of the patch here on the bottom right. And this center white part is where these organic materials and nanocrystals are. And it's in like a little, I'm understanding it's like a web fabric that is put in there that these materials are adhered to. And that's what is causing this amazing technology to work. Okay. I see if I had something else I wanted to mention about that. I think that was it. Okay, so now let's talk about how we patch with pain with the ice wave. Now there's a couple of things that you can do. And so before I jump into that, I'm just going to go ahead in case I forget. I was talking to my client who was on a few minutes ago, Laura, and the patches are, we have two patches in this system, if I didn't say. We have a white one that you put on the right side of the body, and we have a tan one that you typically put on the left side of the body, but there are conditions where you can switch them. But I'm going to start with saying that if you have lower back pain, headache pain, shoulder pain, chest pain, you can actually put these on the white on the right side, the tan on the left side. So that's how these patches work. It's our bodies have polarity, and I'm sure you've heard of the yin and yang balancing protocols. And obviously we have a negative and a positive charge being energy beings, or light and energy beings. And so the white patch is the positive charge and the tan is the negative. Now that doesn't really mean anything other than that's why they were created the way they were and the way they are, and that 90% of the people get relief with this protocol that I'm going to be showing you. And that's why we're patching the way we are. But you can switch them at the end if you're finding that these patches aren't working the way this protocol is. You, instead of putting the tan patch at the point of pain, you would put the white patch at the point of pain. So let's walk through. I'm going to we're going to be talking about a clock method, and it's a clock cross method. And what that means is if you can just visualize a clock, and the center point of the clock where the hands are attached, that's going to be where you're going to put your point of pain. So let me see if I can zoom in here. We've got 7 steps we're going to go through, and we can go through them pretty quickly, but let's see if I'll get up here to where the tan patch is. And you basically have the tan patch, say this person has got a shoulder issue right here on this point. You put the tan patch there, and then you go to step 2 and you take the white patch and you put it a couple of inches above where the tan patch is. And when in this particular case, it would be on his neck. We're looking for the 12 o'clock placement. you hold it for 10 seconds. And again, this is where the tape can be handy, is because you don't know where the sweet spot's going to be. You put it on the 12 o'clock, you hold it for 10 seconds, and then you're going to see if you feel any pain relief. Now, a lot of us put it on right away and that patch location's fine. It works for me a lot of times just like that. But if it doesn't and it's not reduced considerably, then what you would want to do is move it to step 3, which is the 3 o'clock placement. So at the 3 o'clock placement, let's see if I can zoom in here a little bit. The 3 o'clock placement, you're going to do the same thing and you're going to hold it for 10 seconds and see if you notice anything of any improvement. If it's, again, if it's mitigated considerably, 80%, then you might want to leave it there. But some of us want to keep going until we don't have the pain at all. So you keep moving it around. Now you've got it down here at the 6 o'clock. Then finally, you can move it up here to the 9 o'clock location. Again, holding for 10 seconds. That's how fast this works. I've seen it happen. I use it all the time. That you basically can then say, okay, I'm feeling probably not as much a relief here as I did maybe on the 6 o'clock. And then you can move it back to the 6 o'clock. And that's why we use this medical tape to just hold it in place for those 10 seconds. Now, let's say that you get down to, you've done it all and you're still having discomfort. Well, we have something called a bracketing the pain. And this is about putting the patch actually on the front side of the body, opposite of this the first point of pain that you had that we placed it. Now, the reason why this is helpful is because we're three-dimensional bodies. We definitely have, the pain can resonate all the way through and it can be a deep-rooted pain. And so this is really a great option that you can maybe stop it in its tracks and maybe something you wear whenever you're playing tennis or wherever you're doing something. So keep that in mind, that it's because this range of motion, your whole arm and shoulder is being affected. So I thought that was a really great option for my friend who's watching. And then lastly, if you get to this point and you've tried all of these points and they're not working, that's when you can switch the white patch in place of where the tan goes and do the same exercise all the way around with the tan patch and see what results you can have. And most people will find some relief, if not completely pain-free. Let's see. The other thing I want to mention about this is, well, again, the whole thing about this right and left placement and about the tan versus white all has to do with the balancing of our body. And it's so important to be balanced. And that's why a lot of us that get sick, our bodies are just not balanced at all. And we have these acupuncture points, so to speak, that can be treated with these patches that can help get the unstuckness that we're in. And then, of course, we have the positive and negative, and male and female in both, all of us. And that's what that means. So you want to be not too masculine, not too feminine. You want to be a good balance in between. Okay, so let's see. We want to go up here and look at who benefits from this patch. Well, of course, everyone does, because we know accidents happen, and accidents happen. You're never prepared, except when you have the patches on you. So I know a lot of people who trip and fall just coming out of a grocery store. And so, maybe they're not hurt or maybe they are, but if you've got the patch in your purse, you can put it, pull it out and you can put the Lifewave on your knees to reduce the swelling that's occurred and stop the pain pretty quickly until you can get some more support and some more help. And so that's why what I really love about having these patches is they're easily accessible and you can always have them on you. Now, for extreme circumstances, which is chronic pain all the time, these were the top things that cause the most pain in our body. Obviously, car accidents, whiplash is terribly devastating for people in car accidents. They can have lifelong issues with that and be on lifelong medications. I have my mother-in-law's sister passed away recently, and she had told me she was on 30 years of pain medication, chronic all the time. And she died as a result much too soon. We have childbirth issues, shingles, which is one of the worst nerve pains that you can have. And then you've got, it's a virus that it affects your nerves. Then you have nerve pain that's really debilitating pre and post surgery. We know these patches can work really, really well for people that are going in for surgeries. And then you've got back pain, migraines, and kidney stones, which are so debilitating for so many of us today. And all of these things can be helped and dealt with patching with LifeWave's patches, as well as specifically LifeWave's IceWave here. But I wanted to just mention with even childbirth, what I meant by that was I had a long labor with my son, and he was stuck in the birth canal, and then we ended up having to do emergency C-section, and there was a lot of pulling and tugging and trying to get this poor little child out. It didn't work, and as a result, I have a pretty damaged pelvis, and so that's where a lot of my back and my hip issues are stem from. And I'm so grateful that I have these patches now, because I really just patch and I'm able to live my life, and it's a beautiful thing. Then we have chronic medication users and invasive surgeries. Some people have been able to even get off of their pain medication and at least maybe cut it in half by using IceWave for pain. And then invasive surgeries, I've had a client where we were able to avoid an invasive surgery that was completely unnecessary, just by looking at his diet and getting him some pain relief. And so these really are miracle patches in the way that they can help stave off dangerous, harmful things to your body. Night pain. This is something I'm very familiar with. I go to bed a lot with patches all over me. I've got sleep patches, night patches, I've got everything. And then I also have the back issue sometimes. So I've got IceWave on. And if I wake up with a Charlie horse or some unusual throbbing pain, I just take it off of my body and put it on that spot. So this is a great thing about these patches. Anything you're wearing will help. So you could put the patch in if you're wearing X39 at night, or you're wearing a Silent Nights. Move it to a point of soreness and discomfort, and you maybe don't even have to get out of bed. And then we've got specialists like massage, chiropractors, dentists, and orthopedic doctors. Now, I'm working with a chiropractor and a dentist in our office right now, and these folks really do need the help. So if you are wanting to share this product, if you're a brand partner, these are the folks to reach out to, because they need your help. People are in constant pain, and this is a way for them to, basically it makes them look really great. They've got a simple product that people can carry with them, especially when they're not available to go to these doctors. Okay, so in conclusion here, I want to know if you're curious now to try this patch. And if so, will you investigate a little further for yourself on trying it for your pain and then recommending it? This is the most important, is playing this forward, because so many people are in pain and they need support, and they need to be able to get off of some of these harmful medications that they're using. They just don't know the damage that's being caused, because the benefits and uses are vast. And what I love too is it's a very affordable. It's less than a cup of coffee a day. You can also be a wholesale user just like myself. We are all get the same price, and that's what I love about this product. It's not an echelon where I'm making a profit off of higher cost of your product. No, we all get it the same. That's what I love about Lifewave and David Schmidt's philosophy. Now, this is the best thing that I love about this product too, is my patch pouch. So you can carry this product with you everywhere you go, because you can throw them in your purse. But what's cute about this, and what's so efficient, is you can put all of the patches in little compartments like this and label them, and you've got this ready to go for all your traveling, and even just going to the grocery store. Like I said, accidents happen. And what's so great about it is you can share it with others. So you may be somewhere on a trip, and I am all the time traveling with friends or family, and you can pull this out and help somebody if they get hurt or they can't sleep, or whatever the case may be. Lifewave covers it all. And then obviously for emergencies, even for yourself. Now, traveling, this saves me all the time, because I travel all over the world, and I get back pain and stiffness from all those terrible flights. And all I do is pull this out and patch, and I am relieved in seconds. So keep that in mind for yourself and for others. Also, I'm a cyclist, so I carry this on my backpack when I'm riding my bike. And finally, you've got sporting events that are so important for all the parents today that have kids on so many sports, and everybody's injured and they all pop pills. And so this is a way to look at helping them when they come off. You could be the hero mom by patching some of these kids that come off with injuries off of the fields. Now, parents, I do want to address this, that, I hope that you'll make a decision today that looking at, giving your kids harmful meds versus safer options, start them young. I wished I'd had this product. My son is 26 now. I've only been with Lifewave for 4 years. So obviously I didn't have this when he was younger, and we had lots of accidents. But I would say that this is a really great opportunity for parents to start using this product especially. Okay, that's it. Let me finish sharing my screen. And then in conclusion, I'll wrap up here that, as I said, I hope you found this product review enticing enough to try this patch for yourself, because as you saw, this patch really does work. I've got lots of my own personal experience with it and many, many others that have been able to use this patch and relieve their pain safely. Now, to learn more, I want you to reach out, if you don't mind, to the person who invited you here today. And if I am your source, I'm happy to talk with you about Lifewave and all things wellness. Now, you can find my contact info on my YouTube channel, Suzanne Roth-Paul Lifewave, where all of my recordings will be viewed, especially the last two that I think if you want to get caught up to go and see. So go catch the first two talks. And while there, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it's going to help me reach more people that can learn about Lifewave and these very effective and most important, safe, harmless products. Now, my website is secretsandradianthealth.com. I'm on Instagram. I'm there most days, your wellness designer. And that's where you can get my Poisons in the Pantry ebook. And then I also have my freebie, the #1 poison to remove from your diet today. It's really popular. A lot of people get that to start with. You really need to know about this ingredient that you do not want to be eating. And David mentions these patches work best when your body is free of toxins. So time to start mitigating that damage now, because they're going to work better. Because think about it, if your body is so busy trying to detoxify, you're not able to do the healing that it needs, because it's working on all those organs that are damaged, or it's working on all that food that you're eating that is causing harm. And I really want to emphasize that you need to stay hydrated. I don't think I mentioned that when we were doing the patches. Hydration is key for these patches, because your cells are little electrical molecules, and they need, just like we do, they need water to perform optimally. So think about it. When you exercise, you also need water, and get the water as clean as possible. And we're all putting like little drops or little couple finger squeezes, just a little bit of a pinch of Celtic sea salt will go a long way in helping get those minerals you need. And you don't have to use electrolytes. But if you do, that's why we're putting them in, because your cells need hydration. And as I said, my paid version of the ebook is $9.99 right now. It's 20 pages, action packed. I get a lot of feedback that the value is really good. But to be sure and get the freebie, and you can upgrade it within that. And of course, all this information is on my social media channels. So last but certainly not least, I really hope you'll get serious about managing your pain safely, whether it's by the foods you eat and by wearing these patches. And as I like to say, help me help you change this paradigm of our harmful, medicated, addicted society by not only using these patches, but as I said, playing it forward and sharing them with others. So thanks for being here. Bye for now.